Willow here again. Hope everyone had a wonderful summer solstice. Hope you were able to get out and enjoy that longest day of the year, all that sunshine, and we had plenty of it here in the New Orleans area, I can tell you. Heat indexes were up to 105 to 109, so it was quite warm here. So I hope that you also were able to work with the energies of the summer solstice. It is a time of year when we release things. It's kind of like a full moon, just a lot more powerful. So it's a great time for renewal, like getting rid of old things so that you are ready to welcome in new. It gets rid of our blockages on our path, both our life path and our spiritual path. So hopefully you were able to work with those energies. It's still not too late. Go ahead and start clearing out the old stuff. It's still time to do that. But I'm here this time to do our Awakening Your Consciousness reading for the week of June 24th through the 30th. So I'm going to be using the Gilded Tarot this week. And I'm going to get shuffling here to see what the Divine Source has for us in the way of messages and guidance. Okay, let's see what she has for us. Divine Source, Divine Mother, all that is. We ask for your guidance and your message for this week. We ask for your blessings on all of us. We thank you, Mother, so mote it be. So I'm going to be pulling 7 cards to get started, but as usual, I'm going to let her kind of guide me. If I need to pull more cards, depending on the message, I will pull more cards. And also remember, this is not one card for each day of the week. I'm pulling 7 to get started because I want the full week energy, but I'm reading it as one solid energy. So even though I'm going to show you each card individually, we will go over it as a whole so that we know what the energies really are saying to us for this week. Okay, so the first card we're looking at here is the 6 of Pentacles. Now the 6 of Pentacles is a card of abundance, of giving, of generosity, of being that person that has enough to share with others. But the other thing and the other side of this card is a reminder of balance, because you can't give everything all the time and have enough to maintain your own spirit and your own life. Sometimes we become the overgiver. And so try to make sure that if you are a giving person, that you are having balance this week. You can always help someone by showing them how to do something rather than always doing it for them. The old adage, you can teach a man to fish, but you shouldn't be giving them food every day. So let's teach them so that they don't rely on us, but can help themselves, okay? So that's your first part of the message. The next one we have here, I'm trying to get the glare off of it, is the King of Cups. Now he's reversed this week, reminding us that sometimes we're not completely in control of our own emotional side. So something could trigger us. We may feel like we are maybe a little bit over emotional. We might have more feelings for things. We might find that arguments could be a little bit more heated, but try to balance your own emotions. Now that does not mean hold everything in. That means that you are needing to be in control, which means you share when you need to share in the right way without getting overly upset about things. So think about things before you speak and before you take action in things if it's an emotionally charged situation. Now there are some major transitions coming up here in the cards this week. This is the Death card. Never fear the Death card. It just means change. Change is scary sometimes. Nobody likes change. Even when we create our own changes in our life, sometimes it's still very, very scary. We could initiate the ending of a relationship, but it's still very difficult to do that. Or we may leave a job we've been at for years and years, but we are moving into a better job. It's still scary because it's a new territory. We're not sure. We're used to the old stuff, right? We're used to what we know. But when we are going into the unknown, that uncharted territory, it is a little scary. But just embrace change and you will find wonderful things on the other side of it. Now, the next card that we have here is the Four of Wands. This is a time of celebration. This is a time of also looking at your own actions. You are creating your goals. You are going to be celebrating your accomplishments, but what are you doing to work towards those? So the question is here, do you have goals? Have you written them down? Have you been assessing how well you're going on your path towards your goals? So all of that is important, but I feel that there could be some parties, some celebrating as well. So there's a lot of great things coming up with this energy of this card this week. So, and it could be celebrating some of those transitions and changes. Maybe it's a new job, a new baby, a new home, new relationships. So our next card, speaking of changes, is the High Priestess. Now, I always feel, every time I see her, I feel she is that card of manifesting what you want, having that energy and that creativity to manifest what you want. So when we look at the High Priestess, we are looking at using our gut feelings, our intuition, paying attention to our dreams, using our psychic awareness to know how to attract what we really need, what we really want in our lives. So this is a great card for this week. It's time to manifest. You may be finding yourself doing vision boards or visualizations, things like that. So time to manifest. Now our next card is Strength Reversed. The one thing when we're trying to make things happen, when we're trying to manifest new things in our life, the one thing we have to remember is to be confident in our own abilities and know that we can do it. When we have Strength Reversed, it's just a reminder that sometimes we feel the what ifs. What if I'm not good enough? What if I can't do it? What if I do it wrong? But you have to get past those and you have to believe if someone else has done it before, you can do it. It is possible. There is no doubts. You're just as good as the next one. You can do this. So believe in yourself. And finally, we have the Ace of Swords. So it's time for us to pay attention to our life lessons. It's also time for us to understand that we have a lot of knowledge and wisdom that we can share with others. And through that, we can gain a lot of victories in our life, which are helping us move forward in our spiritual path. So what life lessons can you pull from and speak of in situations of verbal communication so that you might gain some victories? It could be in a job interview or a business situation. It could just be in a debate with co-workers or friends. But it is time to make sure that you use the wisdom that you have. So I want to go back over this really quick, and I'm feeling like I want to pull some more cards here, so I'm not done. But remember that if you are the giver, that you also must be a receiver. So you have to have balance. If you're going to give, you must receive. And if you don't know how to receive, I suggest you teach yourself how to receive. That's why I buy myself flowers at least once a week. Sometimes we just need to give ourselves a gift, a boost, because we deserve the reward. So just remember that you need to balance. Don't be too much giving without getting anything in return. So the next one we were looking at is that King, the King of Cups. Remember, we have to kind of look at our emotional state this week. If we feel we're getting too emotional, too Maybe our emotions are a little too angry or a little too sad. We need to figure out what's going on and maybe how to kind of bring it back in so that we understand why we're feeling these things and how we should be expressing them without being over the top. Now, death is here too. That means change and transition. So something big might be happening. You may be changing work. You may be changing relationships. You may be finally saying no to somebody who's always wanting to take or receive rather than give back. So there could be some big changes coming in relationships as well, I'm feeling here this week. But I feel like you're accomplishing a lot of things with that Four of Wands. We're feeling like there's good energy coming. You might be having celebrations with friends and family. Enjoy life, celebrate life and love. Remember to manifest. Remember to pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. Visualize already what you want, like you've already got it. If you want the new car, just imagine sitting in it. Hold its steering wheel. Feel it in your hands. Feel the seats. Smell the new car smell. Roll down the window. Get the wind in your hair, in your face. Those are things that you might need to do in a visualization, feeling like it's already yours. You can also work with future gratitude, writing that daily affirmation. I'm so grateful and thankful now that I have, or now that I'm doing, whatever this is that you want, whatever your goal is. So that's very important when you're manifesting things, okay? Now, don't lose confidence in yourself just because something may not happen overnight. And it takes time to manifest things sometimes. It doesn't happen in 5 hours or 24 hours. Sometimes it may take a month, may take 2 or 6 months, but you have to be patient. Knowing that what I know about gardening, I know that if I took a handful of table salt and threw it on my garden, threw it on my seeds, it would kill the seeds. Well, when we doubt ourselves, when we worry that we can't do it, we're taking that handful of salt and we're throwing it on the seeds we just planted, which are our goals. So just remember that. Don't worry, don't doubt, have self-confidence. And remember to use the knowledge and wisdom that you already have, and you will gain victory. But you have to be able to express yourself, learn from your past life lessons, put them to work for you this week. So I'm going to pull 3 more cards just to see what else we need to know. Okay. So we have the Knight here of Pentacles. This says we're going in the right direction. This is the right direction of taking care of our physical self, our physical life, which means you might be working towards your money aspect, which you kind of have to have that. So you might be working a little bit more on work, but that will help you maybe achieve some of the spiritual goals. Maybe you want to go on a spiritual retreat that takes money to get there. These are things you still have to have both. You have to have both the material and the spiritual. You can't just have spiritual. It doesn't work that way. We have to be mind, body, and spirit. It's a complete package. So remember, you have to still work on your material things as well. Now, the next card says, the reverse devil, we will be overcoming our doubts, our fears, our worries. We're overcoming that lack of self-confidence. So just remember that. Those are things that you need to let go of and overcome. The other thing that happens with the devil is when we're stuck in situations and we're afraid of that change. Remember, the Death card came up. We're going to have some changes coming up. Do not fear it. Embrace that change, and you will have no worries of being held back. And the final card here is the reverse Six of Swords. So there's still maybe a few things, like sandbags you're still lugging around with you that are holding you back. And it's really time for you to focus on what you need to let go of. And like I said in the beginning, the summer solstice time is a great time of releasing things. What do you need to get rid of? What sandbags do you need to cut loose? What baggage are you carrying around that's holding you back spiritually? Maybe emotionally, maybe physically. Do we need to lose weight? Do we need to get a better diet? Do we need to exercise more? Are we being just really lazy? That could be something we need to let go of. I know I've been, and I had to get back into my exercise regimen because I was being lazy. And that's one of the things I started for the summer solstice. Started doing my exercising again. I've been on a really good diet, but I haven't been doing the exercise. And you got to do the whole thing, right? So that's something that I had to cut away, that laziness, that lazy sandbag. So that got cut away for the solstice. But what are you needing to cut away? Those are things that we need to look at for this week and for the rest of our year here as well. And finally, I always pull us one last card, and we have the 10 of Pentacles here, and that's abundance. So just remember that our abundance is the feeling of safety and security we have in our life. And this week is about abundance. It's about overcoming the lack and bringing in the abundance. Now, when I talk about abundance, we are talking about not just our money, not just our home and our possessions, but our physical body as well, and maintaining our health and well-being, and making sure we have the right people in our life. You have to have the right people in your life. You have to have those people that are going to uplift you, raise that vibration, and not bring you down. You don't need just those people who are taking from you, but you have to bring in those people who will also give equally. So you want positive people that are uplifting. When you're uplifting, they should be uplifting. Nobody should be bringing anybody down. So just remember that you're getting that abundance this week. Safety and security. Take care of your body. Take care of the physical. And the rest also will be there for you, because I'm feeling a lot of great spiritual energy here this week. So there you have it. I hope this helps you for this week. And of course, if you're looking for a personal reading, check out my website, willaleemashant.com. You can also follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. Those links are all below in the description of the video. And until next time, be blessed.